always around this time where there's all the good ass
Hello, ladies and
games always
gentlemen.
come
Welcome
out.
to Eba Tonight. I have with me Mr. Leone. Also have with me here Montana, Coke Boy. What are you gonna be called here?
Man, the greatest of all times.
The
Man.
greatest of
Greatest of
all
all time.
time. This is a special episode
There
of
you go.
EBA Tonight, the return of EBA Tonight, and also the return of EBA period. Man, I've waited all summer for this to happen. We're back and go on season 5 of EBA. Right now it's the introduction of the bidding, so let's jump right into it. So before we start out, we're going to talk individually about each team, where they're currently at. But first I want to start out and say, Mr. Leon, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing great. Looking forward to this season. Thank God we got rid of season 4. We're on nice, fresh staff, fresh season in season 5, a new game. I'm pumped up. Very excited about the new staff and what we put together. We got a lot of good talent that signed up this season. I am so looking forward to it.
And Coke Boy Han or Montana, how are you doing? Are you excited? Are you ready for the season to get rolling?
I'm ready. I'm ready, man. It's just new season, new vibes. You know what I mean? There's, a lot of new things or whatever this season right now. Just like Leon was saying about staff, players, everything. It's just same old, but just new vibes, man. I'm ready.
Ready to get rolling. All right, before we get started, for those of you who don't know, we are in the bidding process, which is kind of like a draft lottery system, except you kind of, the luck of the draw, you bid, you get players, you build your team, you put 500K increments, you jump them up. Some people go right ham right in the beginning, jump up 3 mil, 5 mil, whatever. We'll talk and we'll go over the way that it's looking out now. We'll also go over the teams, where they're setting. But I want to show, you guys can't see this here, but I wanted to show it's actually a draft lottery picture I found, and it kind of made me feel like tonight or the next few nights is kind of a draft lottery almost, where you're trying to get the best players, you're picking out the best picks. It's not a draft of any sort, but it's the closest things we have to a draft. But when you see the stream, you're gonna laugh. The Cleveland Cavaliers, that looks like Abyss right there. Looks just like him. And all of the guys are pretty much represented. We got the Raptors, the Mavericks, of course, isn't on, but the Timberwolves, the Pistons. We're missing a few of the top teams, but it's really funny. I had to show this picture because it made me think of Abyss right there. When I seen it, I had to laugh out loud. So those you don't know, Abyss took
Nice.
over for Beastie.
Oh,
so,
that's right.
Yeah. So those
Yeah,
of you who don't
I was
know,
just gonna say, yeah, just gonna say, thanks for Abyss for stepping up. Really appreciate it. And he got the luck of the draw. I mean, he got the Cavs. I know that there was a couple owners kind of got upset. Why Abyss? Oh, you get the Cavs. We should do the whole draft thing over again. I'm like, no. Abyss actually asked 2 weeks prior to when Beast left that he would take ownership if someone dropped. So it's fair enough. Abyss didn't know, and he just got the luck of the draw. He got the Cavs, but so he stepped up, and
well, I'm glad
appreciate
that
that.
he took over, because usually when you have something like that early, it's
Mhm.
just a mess, and I'm glad that it's not a mess to start
Yeah,
out here. So we're going to look at the
he has the
rosters, how they
experience.
currently
So
set moving forward. Now we're going to jump right in here with the Pistons, starting right off with them. And it's just a random order, but we're going to do 5, take a small, midsection, and then go the other 5. But we're going to look at the rosters currently, how they laid out. Now, so everybody here is aware, Trainer's the owner. From there, it goes Mantis. He's already picked up at small forward for 500K. Garbage Assassin, power forward at 1 mil. I Kevin
figures.
at 2 mil. And Schwung So Fly at 500K. Looks like he's got 3 power forwards, but of course they can go up 1 or down 1 and 1 small forward. And he's a shooting guard, of course, up 1. Or he can play anywhere. Owners, I believe, are allowed
He
to
play
play
any
anywhere.
position,
Yeah.
yeah.
Owners are allowed to play any position. So let's jump right into the Pistons here and see where we're laid out. So going to the Pistons, how does that look thus far in bidding? I mean, is there any surprises here?
Uh, no surprises at all. All those guys that you named, obvious choices. Trainer, I see them play. They play a lot. all the time in the part. If you go into trainer's party, that's all you see, those names. Um, the Stragso Fly, never really seen the guy play. So, but Kevin, he's a good power forward, big man. 2 million, that's pretty much where he should be. Maybe 2.5, but 2 million is a good price for him. And Garbage Assassin, pretty good big man as well. 1 million is a pretty good price. So I think Trainer did a good job so far. But Trainer, you don't know what he's what he's up to with the bidding. He always comes up with these crazy bids at the end. So, but so far so good.
What do you You're Montana. You'll always be Montana.
Well, I mean, just like you said, it's Trainer, you know what I mean? But Trainer, he's gonna pick his guys first, you know what I mean? Nobody's not gonna, try to pick Mantis or Gabbage Assassin, you know what I mean? So it's like that's just easy pickups right there for him. Um, with Gabbage Assassin going 1 mil, that's fine. You know what I'm saying he plays pretty good. I mean, he's not a bad player at all or anything. He's just a team player, just like Mantis. They got Kevin for 2 mil. That's his right price, just like Leon said. Um, he's actually I feel as he's actually going to be like that guy over there. Actually, Kevin. If depending on how the betting is going, for the throughout the rest of the week, it looks like he's that main guy over there. He's probably I doubt he's playing the power forward position. I think he's probably playing the drumming.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
probably. I would
Yeah,
say
I agree.
Kevin. I'd
with
put
him just
Kevin
going
on the
two
drum.
mil, I'm saying with him going 2 mil, you know what I mean? And plus, I'm saying Drummond is just a dog. I mean, anybody could play Drummond. You know what I mean? You just grab the board and just put it right back up with no problem. He's just gonna finish on you.
Let's move along to where the roster's already looked right now. Let's gonna go right into the Clippers here. We're gonna try to move a little quicker. The Clippers is very easy to talk about because they currently have no one. We're not like really super into the season yet, but I mean,
Yeah, it's only been a day.
it's only a day and still don't have. He doesn't have anybody but himself to defeat you. Now, I heard a rumor defeat you is active. Is that what you've got, Mr. Leone?
Yes, there was talks. My sources were saying that well, at first that there was no talks of defeat. He hasn't been online. He hasn't really been involved in the group meet and the owners, and also like he never really posted it. I didn't see him doing any tryout games, but I did say a couple people did say that he has some bids on people, so he is active right now in the bidding. So I don't know what he's up to, but it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. I mean, the bad thing is, if you don't see any bids by now, at least 500K, that means there's like a couple names that he's going like big for. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And it could be like a 5 million, 6 million. Who knows? He might get Fab right now. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the Clippers.
Well, he's got a lot of cap, but also a lot of spaces to fill with 9 guys.
Exactly.
So let's jump right over to the big dogs, the Golden State Warriors. They already have, 6, 7 guys. So I mean, they're tearing out nice. They've got a total of 4 million. Cleveland Forever is the owner. He's got Outtaker, which I don't think is a bad center for 500K. Killing him Cam, shooting guard, a mil. Paulie Arms, a center for 1 mil. Yoli Trey MVP at 500K. I'm robbing the bank at 500K, and Sal Biter. Now I don't know who Sal Biter. I'm robbing the bank might have changed his name. I don't know who that is, but the rest of the guys look pretty familiar. They don't seem like bum names. What are your thoughts on that, Montana?
I felt like he got his bigs just set already. I mean, it's just over there. I feel as, but depending on who else he gets in the bidding, I feel as that team will go far.
Yeah.
With the talent that they have right now.
Yeah, I mean, they've got, I would say, average talent with a really good team. I mean, don't get me wrong, Cleveland's a good player, Outtaker's a good player, Paulie Arms is a good player, Killing Him Cam's not a bad guy, Trey MVP's pretty good, but there's no, like, outstanding breakout names that really make their setting in.
I agree.
I mean, Outtaker's all-star, but that was last season, which I'm being told my all-star doesn't count because it was last season.
Yeah,
so
exactly, yeah.
But Outtaker's
all-stars. So it's not
yeah. So I mean, he puts decent numbers up. I wouldn't mind. Of course, he's not. If he's playing center, he's not playing like a really. That's probably the weakest spot on the team, right? I mean,
yeah.
Out of the fives, the fours.
Golden State, the center. Yeah, you got Pachulia out there.
And that's still not bad.
What I see about
You know what I'm saying?
no, not at all, not at all. plays good
That
defense.
man's a
Yeah, whatever.
rebounder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I see on this team so far is all role players. You know, they'll do their job. They do their part. I don't really see any like breakout like crazy performers. But then again, you see what Montana was saying. You see all big men right now. And Golden State, their weakest spot is the big man.
Yeah.
Except Draymond, of course, but still, they're they got the 1, 2, and 3 with Clay, Curry, and Durant. That means he has about what 7? No, about what 10? Oh, he has a lot of space left,
Yeah,
like
he's got
12 million
yeah,
left.
he's got 4 mil, and out of those 4
So
mil
you're
spent, he's not like he's still got 4 spots
so
left.
Cleveland has something going on, man. Like if he wants to pick up a Curry and a Durant, he's gonna have a big name, and he has plenty of space for that. So he's smart right now. He got all the bigs that he wanted for cheap, and he's gonna fill those all stars with the stars that the EBA has.
Well, I mean, there's really two ways going into this bidding that you have to look at. Either you have to put superstars at your weak spots, or get average players at your weak spots and find superstars for superstars. Obviously, from the looks of it, it looks like Golden State is going after the big names for the big positions, which is good. I mean, if you get a Curry, you want him to put up 30, 40 points a game. I mean, that's why Curry's there. So next we're gonna jump
Totally agree.
Yeah, we're going to jump right over to the Timberwolves, the Minnesota Timberwolves here. And they actually have 6 people, looks like, on the roster. Yeah, 6 people on the roster. We got Easy Money Sniper at 1 mil. King Migzarks, of course, the owner. Shooting guard is what he signed up. G Money at 6 mil at power forward. 2X Cool at 500K. Rara Da Boom at 500K. And Blitz at 500K. So he's got 8.5 mil spent to this point. And he's still got 4 more players to pick up, which is not bad. He's not sitting in a horrible spot. My question is, and this is kind of to you, Montana, $6 million for G Money. That good or that bad? I mean, that's a power forward is probably the best position in the Timberwolves, right? I mean, so is that good or bad?
G Money, yeah, it's pretty good. I feel like he could have went like 4 or 4.5, but 6 mil, I feel like it's too much. But to play Karl Anthony Towns, might as well. I mean, one of the biggest talented big men in there anyway. So.
I mean, that's definitely the superstar spot there at the Timberwolves. I mean,
Yeah.
they've got some good players, they're really athletic. I played with them a couple times, and I really like their team. But if you're going to go big, you go big with the power forward. Would you say G Money's one of the top power forwards in the league there, Leon?
Yeah. Yeah, game.
The top power forward or one of the top power?
One of the top. I mean, at 6 mil, they've got to be at one of the. That's a lot of money.
He has to be. Yeah.
I mean, he has to be one of the top power forwards.
Okay, so coming into the season, after 'cause I did, James and I did the interviews with the owners and all, and we really enjoyed King Mizark's interview. He did a great job. Coming in the season, I really thought he was gonna be a sleeper, even though with the last pick of the draft, I know the Timberwolves is a great pick in that position, and I can from King Mizark and all that from experience and knowing the inside outs of like all like the players from like the money leagues and stuff. He's a great scouter, and now at first, when he did the G Money at the 6 million, I thought it was ridiculous. I was like, what are you doing, man? Like 6 million, that's a waste. But after seeing the rest of the bids right now, and at 8.5 mil at 6 players with 4 players remaining, I mean, he still has a lot of cap space. So right now, that 6 mil means nothing. So I think King Mizark, he's onto something, and he'll get something done.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He knows how to scout. He knows the players, and I bet he still has some players for 500K that he's gonna put down.
Yeah, I'm sure he kind of got an idea of what he's doing there, what he feels like he's doing right. So let's move right on to our next team is Cleveland Cavaliers. Now with Cleveland, we have Abyss, of course, have taken over. Beastie had some medical issues or some personal things he had to step down with. I wasn't part of that. I was pretty surprised. He sent me a message, which ton of respect for Beastie. It says, hey, I was looking at scouting you. However, I have some personal things going on. I can't continue to be owner. And let's be honest, life is life. This is a game, so I wish him the best. I hope he gets better or whatever he's dealing with. I hope he gets through it quickly. And then I hurried up and hit up Mag's like, oh shit, what's going on in the EBA? And he's like, no, we got it. They got it. They are on top of it, which makes me feel very comfortable that they were already covered it. And I'm thinking, oh great, we're gonna have another drag team, and it's gonna be a great team like Cleveland Cavaliers, and we're gonna have another one of those teams. And I'm using.
I'm just
Right
happy.
now.
I'm just happy that it happened now than later. You know,
Yeah.
'cause, and I really appreciate that for Beast to tell us that. You know.
I'm glad it happened
Advance.
now instead of in the middle of the season. It's a lot harder to pick up in the middle of the season because then you're playing with guys that you didn't really pick up, and you now having to deal, and there's going to be a lot of trades back and forth because you're trying to build your team with what you want, and then depending on your record, do you still have a shot? Do you not? Do you care? I mean, so I'm glad it's happening now before the bidding started. So we have right now it's Abyss took over. He's looking at Kuro at 3.5 million as shooting guard, which welcome back Crow. To me. I didn't even know you were coming back.
Wow,
Last time I
shocker.
heard, you were like, I'm not going to be in this. I'm not going to play no more. And that's great. He went over, did a really good job at Elite Smite League over there. Staff now stepped up and took it. Maybe he decided to buy the game and step in. But at 3.5 mil, if he's not going to be a superstar this year, an all-star this year, he's going to be within the next couple seasons because he plays the game constantly and he figures out where's the best shots, how to do the best step backs, he stays in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't. He's not like me who has a million things going on and just gets a chance to jump on 30 minutes before my game and go to the gym and try to work out my shot. He's going to figure out whoever he has, which I'm assuming at 3.5 he's probably going to play small forward, LeBron James. And then they have Remix at 500k, Bama at 500k, JT at 500k. These all look like Abyss's guys. It's the boss at 500k. They're missing Cuban. That's the only guy they're missing on this Abyss's guys, right? I mean, what are your thoughts here?
5 million right now.
Yeah, I mean he's 5.5 million is what Abyss has for a decent roster. I mean he's got 6 guys right now. He's got a full line, and all he needs is 4 more guys, and he's done. He's got a lot of room. I mean he could go hit pretty hard if he wants somebody somewhere. But what are your thoughts? We'll start with you first, Leon. What are your thoughts so far?
Well, shocker for Crow. I knew he was going to come back last minute. That's what he does. He likes to make that appearance. He likes the attention and all. So, but Crow at 3.5, I see that's a fair price just because, I think he recently just bought the game.
Yeah,
so
he did.
Who knows what what can happen, if he's going to pick that game up quickly or not. But so 3.5, I could see him with that price. Remix, Bama, JT, all those guys, good role players. I can't really disagree with those 500k. Maybe Remix at 1 mil. He is playing big man this season, so that's what he's best at. Bama's a pretty good big man as well. We'll see what happens. I like it so far. Biss stepped in quickly, and he's doing his job.
So what do you think, Montana? Best by looking, what do you feel here?
Well, I feel as like they're off the bat, as I look at the roster right now. I mean, I feel as they're going to be a playoff contender team, just because Abyss, Crow, and Remix, they all have that experience being in the playoffs, and but Crow coming back, and not really knowing how this game is being played, I feel as he still needs like to learn the game, but I feel as he's going to pick up pretty quick.
Yeah. I think he'll have a hiccup in the beginning as well, but just because Crow's who he is,
a week or two.
he's gonna be in the mix.
Crow studies games,
Yes.
and I feel as he's going to pick up pretty quick. I mean, but Remix, he's a good big. Bama, pretty solid. JT's a pretty good little wing player, but he mainly plays power forward most of the time. And this the balls he plays big as well. I mean, that's a good pretty roster, just for going 5.5. So I feel as the roster is pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I think that he's making a good start. He's got some money there still. Picking up Crow at 3.5, he's probably going to be worth. Right now, he's probably worth 2.5. I would say, just being who he is. But by end of the season, I will guarantee he's probably going to be worth about 5. And I'm not kissing Crow's ass. I don't even like the guy. I'm just saying he's one of those guys that jumps in and learns the game very quickly, and he learns the ins and outs. And I'm not saying he plays glitchy. I'm just saying he knows what he's doing, and he'll put in the time and effort that he needs to be good. So we're gonna have a new segment here on EBA tonight. Okay. something completely new. We're going to take a small break, then we'll go hit the other 5 teams. But we're really going to be looking at the bids thus far, I think, is or even anything. But the segment's called Bro. Like, bro? Like, really, bro? Like, bro, really? Okay. I have a really good picture here, and the dude's like looking like, bro, with a question mark, an exclamation mark. So really, I'm gonna start us out here, and I'm going to go just to kind of give you an idea. I am going to go with I'm gonna go with a team we haven't yet talked about, but I'm trying to figure out where they're at here on my list. And these all might be really good guys, so I might just be shooting myself in the foot here. But the Spurs, like, bro, like, what the fuck's going on here? We'll talk about them in just a minute, but they're at 4.5. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players. Their roster's set at 4.5. Okay, and I don't know none of these none of them. I know GA Boy, I know him. I mean, but bro, like. Bro, like what's going on, bro? Like what? Like
okay, it's not the names. There's a lot of names I know on this list. A lot of they play the money league,
okay.
and a couple of them did play a couple seasons ago, and they're pretty good. But it's just funny how, bro, like every single player 500K. I don't think in any team up history you've seen a roster with all 500K. Bro.
Yeah. Uh-oh, you still there? I think we might have lost him.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think we might have lost him. Anyway, so...
Okay, so
we lost
let's have another segment. Let's have another segment. Bro, really? My controller died? Really? Come on, I'm talking to myself? Oh, my God. All right.
Dude, I'm just like, bro. Like, I'm looking at these guys... And I hope they do really well. The 500K Army is what they're now named. The San Antonio Spurs 500K Army. And I'm glad that we're getting new names that I don't really know in the mix, because that's what we need to be. We need to grow. We had a big boost when JT went out and grabbed all his boys and Fab, and they started bringing, Fab started bringing on all that crew, which was good and somewhat bad for the league, but good for the league because we grew some numbers that we didn't know, and now some of them guys are really great guys to play with. So that's why I like playing in these leagues and why we started these leagues. But, I mean, looking at this roster, I'm like, bro. So we'll talk more about it later, but I just wanted to start. So I'm going to push it over, since you kind of got the idea, to Mr. Leone. What's your, bro? What's going on? Where's that at?
For what? With the
for
Spurs?
So far, with anything. Like I said, that's my first
with
one.
Anything?
Yeah, with anything. Like bidding. Look at the bidding. Like, you have something in the bidding that makes you go, bro. Like, bro.
Man. Well, I mean, like, the bidding is just, bro. I mean, this is every season. Like, it's just the bids right now, like, so low. Like, I mean, and Doomy at 500K, like, bro, like, he's so worth more. I mean, C-Pain 1.5, Majestic 2.5, Dimes 2.5, Shupper 2.5, Ruthless 2.5. All these names, I mean, it's just killing me. Like, bro, like, King John 2.5. Like, come on, bid him up. This is ridiculous. And then of course, yeah, one name, Fab 8.5, but that's another topic we could talk about. Not 8.5, 8 mil, I think he's at right now. And that's high, but that's another thing. But yeah, the whole bidding itself is just, bro, like, all these names, they should be higher.
You think it's lower? What's yours, Montana? What's your bro so far to this moment?
Bro, like, not taking no shots at you or anything, E-Money, but damn, 4 mil? Are you going to actually play this season?
Oh!
I mean, ooh. Just saying, that's my guy, but, I mean, he's going high again. I mean, is he going to play or what?
I don't think he would do that again. I'd be so surprised.
Wants to know.
I'm going to tell you right now from a and I never do this, ever. I never cross over my player mentality in my media mentality with my owner mentality of the site. If this motherfucker quits, I'm banning him from the league, from the whole site. Like, I'm banning his ass from the whole motherfucking site. If he does this again after coming to us and begging and I'm sorry, I made a mistake, if I swear, and I didn't even talk to Mags about this, I swear to God I'm banning him. Like, he'll never ever play on my site again. Anyway, yeah, I just can't believe he took a shot like that. Any other like bro moment?
But that's a bro. That's a bro. I mean,
Yeah.
is he going to play? That's the real question. I mean, he has talent. I mean, he has talent. It's just, I mean, and then Fab 8 mil. God damn, boy, he going up high.
What's the cap? Is it like 15 mil this year? Is that what it is for 10 players?
17 mil.
Good
17.
lord, that's a lot of money. They're gonna have a lot of cap room. That's a lot of money. I know that we have a formula that we use and that's what we do, but that seems like a lot for 10 players. Actually 9 players because you get yourself. So 6 million for God, for a GM isn't actually all that bad now that I look at it. I think it was like 6 mil, right?
Then another
It's
bro.
like the average. It would be like the average player would be like a little under 2 mil per player.
It's like 1.6, I think, is the number. Is what it should be. And it's something Mags put together, and it's worked in mini leagues before, and I think he just runs with it. But bro, dude, 8 mil. I love Fab. I honestly do. He's probably one of the favorite guys.
What is he thinking about right now? Like,
I don't know. We knew he was gonna go high. I mean, I figured 6, 7, 8, even 8. I figured is done. I mean, you got 17 mil. I don't know. There's a lot of good players still out there.
Shoot, if I was Timo, I would have cut down 500K and just put all the money down on Fab. Why not? You know? Shoot.
Haven't played Kawhi.
500K team.
Might as well.
Yeah, might as well put him on Kawhi and let him run the league, run the court. I mean, I see him going probably as. Did he sign up as center? Did I read?
Oh, I don't.
Did I read that
Oh,
right?
Fab.
What did he sign up as? Let me see.
No, he signed up as a 2 guard.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah,
so he can play point guard or small forward. I mean, I'll tell you this, and I'm not kissing Fab's ass at all, but he makes everybody around him better. He sees you open in the corner. He works with you. He doesn't yell at you during the game. He works with you, spread out. You're like, let's collapse. He gets mad, of course, when he's losing because he's very competitive. But, other than the simple fact that probably to me the best player I've ever played with in any 2K, I haven't played with him yet in this 2K. I'll be a shooting guard any day. You can pick me up 500K and I'll sit in the corner all day long and light it up because he's going to find me. And if I've got to cut through the mid to get to the other side, he's going to find me. And in this game, man, the catch and shoot is broken. Just fucking broken. So, 8 mil if you're going to go around and pick up some other guys, I guess. But you also, these owners got to keep in mind, Fab's not going to make your team. You got a whole nother line that's got to win if you're going to make it in the playoffs, especially with 2 lines. It's just, I don't know. It's sad that one line can make it all the way. That's what I don't like about 2 lines. But, neither here nor there. But that's definitely a bro. Like, bro, he shouldn't be going any higher than that. My other bro is all these low, like, some of these guys. Rivals at 500K. I think Rivals is better than that. I know where he's going, but I think 500K. I think Rivals is better than that. I don't think he's like top 10 million or some shit like that. But I think he's better than 500K.
Tons of guys. They should go higher.
Hotshot at 5.5 at power forward. I mean, that's probably right about needs to go. But I'm looking on here, and I'm like, bro, Ice the Man don't got a bid yet. Like, bro. like where we at, bro?
By getting love.
Where's my love at, bro? Come on, bro. Yeah. So let's jump back into the other teams. Do you have anything else? Any other bro moments at right now?
Nah, man. You didn't even give me a chance to think about it. Like, it was just on the spot.
I just threw it on it. I was like, we're gonna do this, and just threw it at you. I told you at the beginning that I was gonna have this, but you probably didn't know what the hell it was. You were like, yeah, whatever.
Nah, I can't really talk any smack to anyone. I mean, I'm part of staff. I gotta be respectful to all my employees.
Montana, I know you got another bro. Like, bro, what the fuck's going on, bro?
I mean, it ain't a bad bro, but I mean, it's a.
All right.
I mean, I feel like Ruthless. He could be at like like bid that man up, man. I mean, he's at 2.5. I mean, he's not bad at all. He's a good ass wing player. I mean, why not?
Yeah, look at Uncle Drew.
I mean, even Uncle Drew's up there
He's
too.
2.5
I mean,
right now. He should be higher. There's tons of
Yep.
guys that should be higher. I
People
mean,
that steal
but
people.
A lot. I said
Alright.
then another bro. I mean, hot shot. Damn, boy. Yeah, 5.5 right now.
You think that's a bro? You
Good
think Hot
big.
you
Shots?
think
You think he's
you
not
think
five?
that's a
I
good
think that,
price?
I mean, not that high. I mean, you know what I'm saying, Jake.
Yeah.
Bro.
I'm not saying like I'm not talking smack or nothing. It's just like, damn, 5.5. I mean, I understand G Money went 6 mil, but I feel it's like Hot Shot could have just went like 3 mil, 3.5 or something. That's the least. If I was on that, that's the least I'd probably go. That's just me. I mean, but I know people are going to be bidding on Hot Shot just because I
His
say
name.
that's one of
You know, it's just
JT's boys that's just
yeah.
still in the league still.
Yeah, and
I'm
he's
just
That's what
played.
it
saying
is.
like,
You know,
I have
people.
respect for Hot Shot though because he played his seasons with other teams that, which is very difficult for. He's been through some crap. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like he's some of other Fabs boys that just said fuck it, I'm out when they didn't get on the team they want. So I
I'm saying
mean,
even Shumper life. Shumper's still there too.
yeah,
I
and
mean,
Shump's the same thing. I mean,
2.5.
yeah, and I think Shump's a great player for that. I mean, 2.5 is a great price for Shump.
Yeah.
Dime's still in
Yeah.
there. I mean, there's a
Dimes
couple
is
people
solid.
still in
Yeah,
there. I mean,
Dimes is solid.
Oh, great point guard.
Yeah, I mean,
Sees the floor.
yeah, there's definitely some
still
bros
people
going
in
on
this
tonight.
in this bid right now.
I better not
That's
land in
early.
training
We'll see.
camp. I'll be mad.
Go up.
2 lines in training camp. I'll be a little pissed off. But let's go right back to the. We're gonna jump right into the Knicks here.
All right.
We got the Knicks is setting currently with 3 mil cap already spent. They picked up Hayden Land for 500K. Jay Snyder's the owner. The Money Team for 500K. Silent Shot for 500K. Young Bull Juwop for 500K.
Go up.
Guwop. Yeah, is that part of Guwops or no?
Gucci Guap. Gucci Mane.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay. There's another. I thought he just changed his name on the site. Young Bull Guwop I just changed his name. I can't remember who he was
Mhm.
before.
Mellow Montana.
Mellow Montana. That's
That's Melo
Mellow.
Montana.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Budweiser Beast for 500K and the player for 500K. Now I'm gonna start out and just say I'm surprised Budweiser Beast went 500K. I'm surprised Haneland went 500K. He's a better shooting guard than 500K. I don't know Young Bull, Mellow Montana. I've played with him a few times. I just don't know how he plays in this. The player at 500K is a pretty good pickup. I'm surprised these guys are going as low as they're going at the moment. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean the Knicks. You have to find players to play their positions. Okay, so like Hayden, he's not up a shooting guard. I don't know what position he's gonna play. He's a good role player. I don't see him like a great superstar EBA player. I believe there's tons of guys better than him. 500K. I think 1 mil is a good price for him.
Mhm.
Shooting guard though, I don't know if he's gonna be playing the shooting guard of the Knicks, but
That's probably the weakest spot on the
But,
shooter, but he's not bad.
weakest
I
spot
don't
on the-
mind. Yeah,
exactly.
but I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think it's horrible. I mean, Budweiser beats a power forward, whether he steps up at center or even plays power forward position.
I think it'd be a great Noah.
I think Budweiser's
think
gonna
it'd
be
be
an
a good-
awesome Noah. Yep.
Yeah. Silent Shot, I believe he's going to be playing Porzingis because that's his man, that's his guy. He's a Knicks fan. He's Porzingis. He's all right. He's silent. I mean, for 500K, I think that's a steal. It's a good position, spot for him. He'll put up numbers some games. Some games, he'll put up average. Um, Melo Montana, great point guard. 500K is a nice steal. As for Derrick Rose, I think he'd be a great Derrick Rose. The player, I don't know. I think he'd be playing with Carmelo Anthony. He usually does star hop the player. I did see him in some tryout games with Snyder playing Carmelo. The problem with the player with Carmelo, he will just shoot, and jack up some terrible shots. But there's some games he'll be on and he won't miss.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's with the player. So 500K, I think it's a good price for him. But yeah.
What do you
that's
think,
Knicks.
Montana? Where do you think the Knicks are setting at right now?
I feel it's like they got some steals. Like just like Leon was saying. Hayden Land is like 500K to like 1.5 around there. He's a pretty good role player. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, but when you need somebody to score, he'll put a few buckets for you. You know what I mean? But he won't take over the game. But he won't be playing mellow. I doubt it. But
No,
also along with silent shot, you know what I mean, which is a still, he's a pretty good big. I mean, he's not bad at all. Um, Melo Montana, just like Leon says, he's a good point guard. You know what I mean? And then knowing that he's a Bulls fan, so he should know how Derrick Rose is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel as he gonna do a lot of damage with Derrick Rose, and then having Budweiser Beast play that big man role. I know Budweiser because me and him was on the same team, and Budweiser, he's a solid big. He's not bad at all.
No, he's definitely worth more than
I feel
500K.
as I more
yeah,
worth more
he's
than
a smart big man
500K.
too.
He's more like 2 mil, 2.5.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's his range. And then player, he's just jacks. So he's just that mellow mentality anyway. So
That mellow
you know what I mean?
mentality.
But he's not bad though. You know what I mean? If he has to score, he'll try to score, which
Yeah.
is something you need at the three as a mellow.
Yeah.
You need to take over the game at times. But also you got to think about it this way. You also have Porzingis who can score too. So with having silent shot at the four, I feel it's pretty solid right there.
Okay. Well, let's move right along here and talk about the Raptors real quick. Raptors are a pick that I was like, I don't know. I really like the Raptors. They're super strong, especially where he picked them at. So, right now they've got Mags at 500K. He really wants to play this. He was doing a lot of tryouts. I know I did a few with him because we're always in a party together. But he was doing like Kevin Love, and he was putting up like 20, 25 points with Kevin Love constantly, and still getting in and getting a little bit of rebounds. So he loves to spread the floor. He loves that spreading floor power forward, which Raptors have. Um, so Mags I think will do well there. Wikipedia power 4 500K. Fuego of course is owner. Carolina got at 1 mil and Swizzerk at 500K. He's setting at 2.5. He's got a lot of room to make some changes if he needs to. Toronto does. So I mean, looking at that, we'll start with Melo first. What do you think?
Mellow.
Or
Montana,
Montana, sorry,
though,
Montana,
not Melo.
not Melo,
Damn.
Montana.
Oof.
Oh, that was cheap. My bad. Montana, what do you think?
Bro, bro.
Cheap shot.
But that was a bro
Hit him below
moment.
the belt, bro. Yeah, bro.
I mean, that's with the way the roster looks right now, and the bidding is going. I mean, the Raptors is it's looking okay. I mean, it's not bad. I don't know who Carolina God is or Swizzerk is, but having Fuego, being the owner of the team and everything, Fuego doesn't. He's a solid big, right from jump, and then having Wikipedia there as well. I mean, they won't. I doubt they will be on the same line. They'll probably be on a different line. Um, and then having Mags there as well. Mags is a stretch forward, like you said. Um, Mags going 500K. I feel as Mags should be like 1.5. Um, just because he's just a good team player, honestly. And then Wikipedia, he has that talent to where I'm saying he should be at 1.52 mil also. Um, but other than that, I mean, the team looks okay right now. But I
Yeah,
feel as they probably gonna go for somebody who's big in the market right now. You
well,
know what I mean, in the bidding,
yeah. I mean, going
because they
back,
had
I mean,
2.5 as their cap.
yeah, 2.5. They've got to be going for hopefully for a couple of big
They had
superstars that you
they
can
had
see.
the
But I mean, God, you get
lowest cap out of everybody.
well, not
Oh,
out
they
of
will.
everybody. By the
They'll,
end of
they'll
it,
go
they
for big
probably will
names.
not because they got San Antonio Spurs with fucking 4.5 and their team's done. So, but yes, they will. They
Yeah,
right
but
now
as of
they have
right
a lot
now,
of room.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have
I
a
mean,
lot of room.
Ferris, he's not dumb. He's a smart guy.
Mhm.
Like he knows what he's doing. It's not really much to talk about. He only bidded 4 people right now, but yeah. So far, Mags, Wikipedia, all low price players. They should have went higher.
I'm, I'm,
Mags is, yeah, I agree with you. Mags is a really smart player. He spreads the court. I've seen him play. Wikipedia, same style player. I heard already Farrah was telling that Farrah and Mags will be on the same line, the 4 and the 5. Wikipedia will be playing the 5, and he's just picking up one more 4. Carolina got he's a good wing player. I've seen him play. He's pretty solid. 1 million. That's not a bad price. The other guy, Swerk, I never seen him play, so don't know anything about
yeah.
him.
Well, I would say to go back to a bro moment, dude. These bigs, like, bro, Like 500K for Max, 500K for Wikipedia, 500K for Budweiser Beast. Like if they played this year's game, it's still pretty strong in the paint, you know? Like it's
Mhm.
not a weak paint game. It's a strong paint game still. So like bro, but we'll move on. Let's go with the Rockets here. Rockets, the wonderful Rockets. So the Rockets we currently have, let's see where they're setting. See, I was too busy running mouth with bro and not picking my next slide here. Rockets, here we go. They got Mr. Youngshot, power forward at 6 mil. Suzuki Uchacha, I guess that's a small forward there.
Revolves.
That's revolves, yeah.
Revolves.
317 power forward, Zabriel small forward, King Woody power forward, that boy Kells point guard and SWAT shooting guard. All of those guys are 500K. The only one that's really any big money on there is Mr. Youngshot at 6 mil. What do you think, Montana?
Uh, I thought with this team, they got a pretty good roster. I mean, Revolves picked up basically people that he's pretty cool with, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and has talent and chemistry with him. Uh, the only thing I feel as is a little mixed up in this roster as I look at it. Kelsey was playing big the
Hmm.
last few seasons, and with him playing point guard now, I don't know what's gonna happen. I doubt he's even playing point. I think he's probably playing James Harden. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't blame
I
him. I
mean,
mean, he's
Kel's been gone for like 2 months, and he's just coming back. So it's like I don't know. I mean, I guess he's gonna shock everybody that he can play wing. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, at 500K, if he
Uh,
does decent with Harding, that's a steal. I mean, Harden's
yeah,
a
that's
beast.
a
So I
steal all
mean,
the way.
I think Kells, and I've played a couple games against him and with him. I think Kells could play small just as good as he could play big. It's definitely a change, and I see a lot of people making a little bit of change. With what they're wanting to
Yep.
do. So I mean, I wish the Houston Rockets the best this season. They're kind of, to me, and that's not a shot against Revolves, but they're kind of like a dark horse. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a good team, but I don't know if they're going to make a big splash, and it's yet to be seen with the Houston Rockets. I like the roster he's building thus far. I think it's a good roster, especially these 500K players. I mean, reasonable. A couple of these guys, I would say 1 mil, maybe
Yeah,
a
a
mil and a
lot of
half.
people, a
You know,
lot of these teams have a lot of 500K players.
yeah, a lot of people going to nothing low. So moving right along here with the Spurs. Now the Spurs, I just talked a little bit about. That was my bro, but I mean, their team is full. Team is done. He's walking out with $4.5 million. Like, I don't know if someone didn't hit up a Timo and say, "Hey, man, you can't take that money with you." Um, but that's like 10 million he's got left over in cap. At least 10, 11, 10 and a half, 11 million, and he's got 500K army. I don't know. I'm a little concerned with the Spurs only because I don't know the guys, but I wish them the best. I mean, they got a really, really good team in the Spurs. I think they could compete with these other teams out there. But what are your thoughts?
Uh, with the Spurs, they see with the Spurs roster, they're players that came from, Trey Beasley League and, bad news. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's
But
why I don't know
they
them.
mainly from they mainly from Trey Beasley's. You know what I mean? Because they play Trey Beasley League all the time.
Hmm.
And most of these guys, they have chemistry together. You know what I mean? And I
And
was
that's important.
I don't think they're gonna, shock everyone. But I feel as just with the team, the Spurs is like you're gonna be having so. You know what I'm saying you're gonna have Kawhi Leonard just having so much space just to drive in the lane, and then having Ginobili drive into the lane, like whoever's playing the wings. Just because there's a lot of spread ball over there. Having Paul Gasol at the five now, you know what I'm saying, and being on the Spurs now, you know what I mean, and then having LaMarcus Aldridge. I feel as if they know how to use those players right, maybe they'll shock everyone in the league.
Hmm.
I mean, but a few of these players I've seen before, and they got pretty good talent. They're not bad.
Well,
Like Gutter Flame, I seen him play. Shun, I've seen him play. Cool 910, I've seen him play. Quan Boy, I seen them all play.
and they're all
I
good
think them
though. I
guys. I
mean,
think actually, I think they was on a. I think they was on the Hawks when when Shackle Chip had them. Remember that season?
in the EBA.
Yeah, in the EBA. Yeah, remember when Shackle Chip, Black Mamba,
I'm
whatever
clicking, I'm
had
clicking on a lot of these guys' names, and they have no career stats at all. So it might be in the VBA, maybe.
No, it was in the EBA.
Oh, well, I know that this whereas whatever. I mean, he averaged 23 points last season, and to go 500K and averaging 23 points is what his career average is, 23 points game. So I mean, that's not weak, man. That's strong. Some of these other guys, I mean, this obviously what I think happened, and this is what two things happened. One, somebody didn't scout correctly. And what I mean by that is there's no ways that you're going to let somebody metra for three, a guy that says in his career averages that he averages 17.23 points a game, just go for 500K. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the same thing with Raza. I mean, I'm looking at their stats right now. 12 points a game for the cool 911, 910. He might be a 500K player. You know, I average rough about that. I would say I'm a 500K player. But still, I mean, you need those guys on. There's a few of them on here that doesn't even have. Gutter Flame doesn't have any. Shun doesn't have any career averages. Quan Boy, let me see if he has any career averages. He hasn't career averages. So some of these guys, like I said, I've never heard of, I've never seen, and it's surprising because some of them's got some really good statistics in the beginning. But I mean, other than Metra for three, Weraza, and the cool 910, of course, GA Boy, none of them have any previous statistics. So if they did sign up, they signed up under a different name or something like that, and that might be whatever. But I don't think this is a situation where people are trying to sneak people in. I think this is a situation where other owners didn't do the free agent look over.
They didn't do scouting right.
Yeah, they didn't do the scouting right, and that's on them. So I mean, I wish the Spurs the best. If they actually win it all, they would be the first ever from any leagues I've ever been in, a 500K team. Now there was some VFL teams that were 500K. It did really well, and I remember way back when, VFL whatever, and also I think some VHL teams that were all low level minimum bid that did well. But I mean, on this site,
too, around that time too,
on
as
this
well.
site,
It's
500K
shocking.
is just wow. Somebody didn't do the correct bidding. There's no reason a player like that, or didn't do the correct scouting. There's no reason a player like that should be able to do. So let's move on to Trailblazers real quick. This is the last team we can talk about. Trailblazers are just a couple guys. You got Mike Mann and Fig. Really, the only thing here is Mike Mann sitting at 0, Fig at 6 mil. Do you think? I heard that Portland is going after Fab. Now, I don't know if that's the truth or not, but if you got one guy for 6 mil, another guy for 8 mil, can you even fill out your team at that point? I mean, you're done, right? I mean, you got a 500K the rest of the guys.
Yeah.
There's no way he can pick up
500K or 500K or a mil. That's the least you could really go. I mean, it's the cap goes to 17 mil.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
So it's like I'm saying with Fab, he just got bidded on again as we speak. He's at 9 mil. So it's like
no way he's going to Portland.
Hella cap.
No way he's going to Portland.
He's eating hella cap. So I feel as like I don't think they probably going for Fab. I feel as like they're probably going for, probably somebody like, Uncle Drew or Shumpert Life. You know what I mean? Somebody who actually played the guard and the. Now I'm saying you need a Lillard. You need a Lillard. You know what I mean? Mike Mann is playing one Lillard already.
Yeah.
You need another Lillard who's going to take over.
Damn good point guard too. I mean, Mike Mann's going to win his All-Star this year. Easy, I think.
Exactly. And I feel as maybe also with Champ being at 1.5, Champ is a he's pretty good at with a star and everything and at the wing also, you know what I mean? So I feel as they probably could be going for Champ as well. C Payne.
Yeah.
He's at 1.5. You know what I mean? Then or they probably going for Quickie. You know what I mean? 1.5. Marty McFly at 2 mil.
So you just think he's got a lot of players
guys
out there.
Right there.
Do you think that he was waiting to go after guys because he wanted Fab to try to get Fab at a decent price and some of these other guys. I know that Fab really, really wanted to play for the Trailblazers, so I know he's going to be upset when he doesn't get a chance to play for the Trailblazers because I think his money's just to the point where you can't fill a roster with 500, even 500K players, you can't fill a roster at this point. So I imagine they're probably going back to the drawing board at this point, and they're looking at those guys if they already don't have bids on those guys that you mentioned. The gentlemen guys that you mentioned at $6 million for power forward, the GM spot. Do you think Fig is worth that spot? Do you think he's one of the? I know the conversation was there's some guys out there that are worth it. There's some guys that are not. To me, I think Fab is one of those guys to just say, hey, he's my GM. If they're going to give you a freebie, take it. $6 million, you're done. So do you think Fig's one of those guys?
Yeah, I feel as Fig is worth the $6 million. You know what I mean? He's one of the good big men in the league. You know, and I feel as just like I put him similar to I wouldn't say he has the talent like Hot Shot, but he has the same. I'm saying he's that price still because Fig is he's overall a good big. He actually does what he has to do, and with him being at 6 months, I feel as he's worth it for taking that GM spot.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I didn't realize it was 17 mil. That's actually not bad to pick up one player. I'm surprised someone didn't beg Fab to be on the team for 6 mil. I'm really surprised at this point. Because I mean, that's a pretty good pick. Obviously, it's worth it since he's already up. You said 8.5 now. I mean, how high do you think he's gonna go?
He's at 9.
Fab's at 9.
Fab, I feel as Fab is at 9.
He can't go much
I
higher.
feel as I feel as like he's probably gonna stay at 9, or he's probably just go at 9.5. That's it. That's the least right there. If he goes 10 mil, 10.5, anything higher than that, I feel as whatever team, is, has the lowest cap as of right now, and anything during this bidding is going to be suffering in the long run.
I mean, you got players right now at 9. He's setting at. You got like New York Knicks that can put him on the roster because they're all 500K except the owner, of course, but they're all 500K. So the Knicks has got a chance to put him on the roster.
They'll put them at 11 mil.
Yep, that'd put them right
Fab
now.
going over there.
Actually 12. Yeah, we'll put them at 12 mil. They got 3
12,
mil already on the cap.
12
Yep,
mil.
so 12 mil there. You've got a spot for him. Spurs are booked, so you don't have a spot for him. You still got a spot for him at the Raptors. They only need to pick up 4 more guys, and they can grab him still and still come out okay with the Raptors.
Even Golden State. Golden State could get him too.
State still has the room. Oh, wow, Golden State still has the room. Wow. I don't know who else they got bidded on, so they might not have the room, but they do, and they're looking 2, 3, 6, 7. I mean, they're looking for 3. They're looking for 3 more players.
They still need their wings.
Yeah, they still
need their wings.
Yep. I mean, that's 11 mil.
I feel like he's probably going there.
Golden State, Fab would be dirty on Golden State. Detroit, of course, can still afford him, but then I doubt him and Trainer would want to even bump heads together. Cleveland can still grab him. I mean, they're not sitting too far off of that. They can still grab him if they want. But then they've got a 500K out the rest of the team, which Cleveland's not a bad place to play either. So, I mean, it looks pretty good for him at this point. Really can't go to Houston and still fill out the roster here. 7, yeah.
He can't go to Houston,
really
or he can't go to Timberwolves either.
It looks like the Timberwolves are also off the table at this point, still fill out the roster. So, I mean, it's looking pretty decent, other than New York, where he could go that would still be available for him. But, I mean, he's the highest paid player right now out there. There's a couple other high players, hot shots out there. There's no way you're going to be able to put those two together.
Realist.
There's just not a spot on those two together. The Realist is still
Realist
out there.
Is at 5 mil.
He's out there heavy. Anybody really standing out at this point in the bidding that you got to say, hey, this kid's where he should go. He shouldn't go any higher. I mean, kind of just running. Yeah, Dimes at 2.5, which I think he's well worth that. That's a steal to me. Majestic at 2.5.
2.5.
Steal. It's good pricing.
Even Majestic as well. Majestic at 2.5 as well.
Yeah.
Still.
Hot shots at 5.5.
But I mean, these guys still have a lot of hours left in their bid. So it's who knows? They'll probably be at like 3.5 by like tomorrow. Who knows?
I can't. I'm still
3.5 and
surprised.
3 mil.
Still, absolutely. I know that he got who he wanted probably, but I'm still surprised the Spurs are 500K all the way out. I'm surprised he didn't splurge on a top player here at the end just to kind of secure position. Lower level guys he has, but I guess you need a little bit of everything. Shumpert Life still at 2.5. He's got 7 hours left. No, Marty McFly's at 2. Keebler, K for Keebler's up to a mil. Yeah, so I mean,
Wow, that's another
really
person. That's a steal. Whoever gets him too.
For a mil, I think he didn't have much time left.
6 hours left.
Oh, he does have 6 hours left. He's good. He's probably would jump. And a FDU, that guy.
I don't know, man.
At 0.
10 FDU,
Oh,
he's at 0, man.
CW's got 2
10
mil on him.
FDU is at 0.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
just looking through this here, oh God, I hope I'm not one of those 30 guys that get dropped into the bottom. That'd be Fab's at 9 with 15 hours left. His clock just reset, so they just dropped that bid on him. Dumbia for MVP at 500K, dude. Dumbia? Really? 3 hours left? Oh my God, that's a steal. Black Northside 500K. I know he's probably gonna be playing.
I feel it's like somebody's gonna put a bid on Doumbia. Somebody's gonna put another one.
Doumbia 500K. Wow. I mean, that's great for whatever team gets him if they get him at that price. Texas James Smith at 500K. That's Commish himself. So to close out real quick,
even Eastern is at 1 mil as well.
Truth with nothing on him. Eastern's at 1.
Eastern is at 1 mil. I feel it's like he should.
Dude,
be like
Shady on
2 mil.
Xbox at 500K. He's a 1 mil, 1.5 mil player. I mean, for 500K.
Right? Why not?
Gig doesn't have anything on him. Master Quickie at 1.5. Cuban at 1.5. Eastern at 1. Turn of the King at 2 mil. That's not bad for him. That's pretty good. I mean, he'll go somewhere where he can get some time. So there's still a lot of bids out there. I doubt one of those larger teams are going. Team with all that money setting on side, I doubt they're going after the big money. But my goodness, man, I hope no issues. They're supposedly fixed the bidding issue that we had, so I hope there's no issues with that. Somebody going over, because that would be really shitty. But I want to kind of wrap everything up here. It looks almost been about an hour, so I want to wrap everything up. I appreciate you being on with me. I'll let you get your last word in here in just a moment. First, I want to take a huge shout out to the team, the guys that are staff, the commissioner staff, Truth for putting in the work. Huge shout out to the guys that had the opportunity to come back. E-Money, don't quit on me, but welcome back. The guys that came and said, hey, we think it should be like this, and it's fair, and it's other leagues do this, and we put this thing in place. You can buy in. I wasn't really for it, man. It feels wrong, but I also want the league to grow, and I know these guys, all the work that they've been putting into the site with all these new. Have you read any of these new articles that's all over the place here? Any of these top,
the top tiers and all that stuff.
Yeah, like top play. I was put on the most overrated. Yeah, the trainers official creep list. I was put on overrated players. I don't know how I got there because I'm not even got a bid on me. So obviously I'm not overrated. But you got putting in work, man. Mr. Leone, putting in a little bit. You got Trainer putting in. King John. I mean, he's one of the guys, like I said, that kind of redeemed himself a bit. So it's nice to see those things, guys. Keep those forums active. You're appreciated. Reach out if you need anything, but I wish the best for all of you guys this season and can't wait for the season to start. Do you have anything you want to close with?
I wanna thank everybody for coming back, signing up, telling their friends to sign up as well, and everything that hasn't played in the league and was looking to play in the team up league. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the new staff. Shout out to Ice. Shout out to
Ah,
Mags. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout y'all guys out as well. Um, as far as this will probably be one of the best seasons, honestly, especially with how this 2K runs real smooth. So, as far as this shout out is really special for somebody right now, but E Money, you my boy. No shots at you, bro. No shots at you. No, no shots, man.
no shots
But
fired. All right.
thanks to everybody for coming back and trying to get this season rolling, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. From this end on out, thanks for everybody for thanks for you for putting in an hour of your time tonight and giving your opinions here. I appreciate it. And somebody bid on this guy, like
Yep, yep.
seriously, power forward. Come on, that's a steal at 500K. Grab him up.
Underrated, man. Diamond
Underrated.
in the rough.
Diamond in the rough. They called.
Diamond
Weren't
in
you
the
in the
rough.
overrated thing, or were you in the under? I can't remember. You were in the overrated,
I
weren't you?
was I was in the top five each position.
Oh, and then nobody's grabbed you.
They had me at the 4
I'm one of those.
at power forward
I know where I stand in the
as
league.
fourth.
It's like, let me get all the guys I want, and I'll go grab ice if I've got 500K left. I understand that. I've got nothing against that. I'm okay with that. I didn't log on last night and check it all because I knew I was like, I'm not gonna have it on me.
That was in John's list that they had me at top 5 for each position, like for the 4.
Yeah.
Then you got realist EBA players in 3 tiers. He had me at tier 2. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know why I haven't got a bid on yet. But whoever gets me, just know is a steal. That's it.
That's a steal. 500K, gonna steal him. All right. Well, maybe, like I said, maybe they're clearing out and seeing where Fab lands, and then they'll run out and grab you. That's probably the situation. That's usually what happens to me. They clear out the big names, and then they come in for the little guys like me. So, you'll be in the next tier
Right.
and get going. But I really appreciate you coming out tonight, and thanks to Mr. Leon. He had a game to jump to at 9 o'clock. So I know he had
Yeah,
to jump
he
out,
told
but
me, yeah.
thanks for both of you guys for helping me out with this, and hopefully we'll have more EBA tonights. I want to put some together. Probably when the bidding's over, we'll run a real quick one and kind of run through the teams and how they look and rank them. Maybe a quick power ranking or something, and we'll get together
Yep,
some
yep.
more. But I appreciate your time. Thanks, Montana.
Thank you.